We're now going to go to item number 21, application for a modification of use in bulk in the Borough of Manhattan, docket number 15-2763, block 849, lot 30, 43 East 20th Street in the Ladies Mile Historic District, a neo-Renaissance style store, factory, and workshop building designed by Irvin G. Golney and built in 1899 to 1901. This is an application to request that the Landmarks Preservation Commission issue a report to the City Planning Commission relating to an application for a modification of use pursuant to Section 74-711 of the zoning resolution.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. John Graham of Landmark staff. The application before you is for a building on the north side of 20th Street, East 20th Street, just east of Fifth Avenue. The applicants are proposing several changes to the facade to bring the building up to a first-class condition, including replacement of windows in several locations, replacement of a cornice, and restoration of stone elements on the facade. In 2012, Commissioners, this building received a staff-level permit for exterior work on the street facade, pointing and cleaning. The restorative work will be done under a staff-level permit. So today you're looking at the MOU, and Mary Diericks is here to start this discussion.
And Commissioners, the change of use that the applicant is seeking is just changing, allowing residential use on 2 floors of this building. The other portions of the building have already been converted to residential, but because this is in a manufacturing zone, it does need a special permit to change these 2 floors to residential.
Thank you. Mary Diericks, I'm the preservation consultant for this project. With me are the owners, Len Gleish and Ray Tukoski. The attorney, Jay Goldstein, is here to answer questions, and the architect, Elizabeth Shipley from Union Street Studios. As John mentioned, we're looking for a change of use. It's an 8-story building. The upper floors are residential except for 2 of them. The ground floor remains retail. This is an 1899 to 1901 Renaissance revival building by the architect Irvin Goldner, who also did number 23 East 20th on the same block, and which also lost its cornice. It was a factory and workshop building originally with a ground floor store. The storefront is not original. It was approved by Landmarks in the 1990s. The roof cornice was removed in 1977, and most of the windows are non-historic. This is the building. This is an original window, the only one in the building, and that will be saved and repaired. The other windows are a mix of wood and aluminum. The aluminum windows will be replaced with wood, and the top floor window will be replaced by wood with an inset arch, which it doesn't have now and did originally. This, you can see here, this lost its foliated decoration. That is going to be restored. All the other spandrels have it. This capital appears to be complete. This capital is missing some ornament. That ornament is going to be restored. And then the cornice will be restored. We'll show you a before and after of that. The owners have kept the building in good condition. John Graham mentioned that a facade restoration was completed in last year with repointing, repairing masonry, painting trim, rebuilding a brick parapet, and the building also in the last 2 decades has had a new elevator, new HVAC, new electricity. This is what it looked like in 1940, and you can see the cornice. We looked hard to find photos of the cornice, and that's what we came up with. This is the designation photo. These are additional photos of the building. That's the side. This is the rear and the roof, and more rear. This is the existing, and this is proposed. The cornice may have a big impact on the building and also on the block. A lot of the buildings have their cornices, but not all of them. This is a close-up. This is the elevation, which points out the restored ornament, the windows that are going to be restored, and the cornice. We originally proposed to put back an old sign that was there, but community board opposed and a landmark staff recommended against it, so
So
we're not
that's out.
proposing. We are not proposing.
That's out now,
That's
okay.
out, but that'll probably be in the community board resolution.
It is, so
Yeah, yeah.
I wanted to ask you about it.
Yes.
You've already answered it.
Yes.
Okay, good.
These are the windows, which will replicate the originals as we know them. And that is the full
Okay.
presentation, unless there's something I'm missing. Team? No rooftop addition, no rear addition.
Okay, Michael, you got a question?
Why are you proposing a plastic cornice
You know,
rather than sheet metal?
We are, because it's a little bit easier to replicate, and the owners feel that it will be much easier to maintain, and because it is 8 stories up, it won't look much different from the street, or won't look different at all from the street.
I guess I would differ about the issue of maintenance, because if you don't keep a pristine paint film on the plastic, it begins to degrade under UV exposure rather than sheet metal.
Then during installation, then it's already compromised.
So we might want to ask for that. Okay, any other questions? Thank you. We'll go to testimony. We'll come back. Barbara Zay, please.
Barbara Zay of the Historic Districts Council. HDC is glad to see the cornice restored on this building, but finds that the use of a substitute material, like the proposed fiberglass, does not rise to the restorative standard required for a 74-711 application. The use of a sheet metal cornice, itself a substitute material for stone in its heyday, would be far more sensitive and contribute to the long-term integrity of the building. Further, sheet metal cornices may be obtained at relatively low cost by manufacturers as nearby as Brooklyn, making them a convenient and appropriate choice on multiple levels. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. The community board, as has been discussed here, they had recommended denial unless the restoration and replacement of 2-story painted brick sign is not included. So you've met their objection. Anything else to add based on the testimony?
That,
Yeah.
We're prepared to do sheet metal.
Okay. Yes.
Quick question.
Yes,
The pilasters that run up the main shaft of the building,
yes.
what are they? They look like splotchy reddish bluish.
Oh, it's copper,
Oh, it's copper.
Yeah.
It's been stripped.
yes.
Okay, hearing closed, motion second. Diana?
Yeah. I think it's appropriate. I think that the restoration is something obviously desirable, and the change of use obviously is something that's makes sense. It would be nice to see the cornice restored, not in the fiberglass, but
Yeah, they're
metal.
going to do that.
But, I think everything else is fine for my.
Okay. Marjorie?
Yeah, I agree, especially no rooftop addition, nothing
Yeah.
to think about. It totally is preserving to a first-class condition, yay!
One thing I would add is, in looking at the photos, the profile of the cornice brackets look a little different. Just look at that with staff.
Yeah. Michael Devonshire?
Yeah, I agree, and I do think that it needs to be a stamped sheet metal cornice. Companies like WF Norman have this material in stock. You don't have to go crazy looking for it.
Yeah, agreed. This is great restoration work.
Very nice.
Okay, hearing closed, motion second. Diana, please.
In the matter of a modification of use in bulk, Borough of Manhattan, 43 East 20th Street, Baysmile Historic District. I recommend, application is to request that Landmarks Preservation Commission issue a report to the City Planning Commission relating to an application for a modification of use pursuant to Section 74-711 of the zoning resolution, zoned M1 to 5M. I recommend approval, finding that the restorative work, which will be approved in conjunction with the LPC 152763, will help return the building closer to its original appearance, that the proposed restorative work will bring the building up to a sound first-class condition and aid in its long-term preservation, that the implementation of a cyclical maintenance plan will ensure the continued maintenance of the building in a sound first-class condition, and that the owners of the building have committed themselves to maintaining a perpetual cyclical maintenance plan that will be legally enforceable by the Landmarks Preservation Commission under the provisions of a restrictive declaration, which will bind all heirs, successors, assigns, and subsequent owners of the building, and which will be recorded at the New York County Registrar's Office, and that the applicant will install a sheet metal cornice.
Second, all in favor? Aye, opposed? Approved, thank you. Great restoration, thank you.